The gentle little tiger. In a lush jungle filled with towering trees and colorful flowers, there lived a young tiger named Taro. Taro was not like the other tigers in the jungle. While the others roared loudly and showed off their strength, Taro was gentle and quiet. He loved to explore the jungle in peace, listening to the rustling leaves and the songs of the birds. Taro's soft golden fur and kind eyes made him well-liked by all the creatures, but he often felt out of place among the other tigers. One day, while walking through the jungle, Taro heard a loud commotion. Curious, he followed the noise until he came to a clearing where he saw a group of tigers surrounding a smaller animal. The smaller animal was a little deer, trembling in fear. "You're in our territory," one of the tigers growled. "You should leave now." The little deer shook with fear, but she didn't know how to get away. She was too small and too slow to escape the tiger's powerful claws. Taro, watching from the edge of the clearing, felt his heart fill with sympathy for the frightened deer. He didn't want the deer to be hurt, but he wasn't sure how he could help. Taro stepped forward, his voice gentle as he spoke to the tigers. "Why are we threatening this little deer?" he asked. "We are the protectors of the jungle, not the ones who cause fear." The tigers laughed, their deep voices rumbling. "You're too soft, Taro," one of them said. "This is how we rule the jungle. We show our power and make others fear us." Taro didn't want to fight, but he also didn't want the deer to be harmed. He thought for a moment, then came up with a plan. With a calm and steady voice, Taro spoke to the little deer. "Don't be afraid. Ich helpe you." Taro gently moved toward the deer, offering her his paw. The deer hesitated for a moment, but then took his paw. Together, they walked away from the tigers, heading deeper into the jungle. The tigers watched in confusion as Taro led the deer to a safe place near a quiet stream. Taro told the deer, "You are free to stay here. This part of the jungle is peaceful, and no one will bother you here." The little deer looked up at Taro with gratitude. "Thank you for saving me. You didn't have to do that." Taro smiled softly. Sometimes, strength isn't about being the loudest or the fiercest. True strength comes from kindness and the ability to protect those who need help. As the days passed, the other tigers began to notice Taro's peaceful approach. They saw how the other animals respected him and how he had helped many creatures in the jungle without ever raising his claws. Soon, the tigers realized that strength wasn't just about roaring and showing power. It was also about compassion and understanding. From that day on, Taro became known as the gentle protector of the jungle. The other animals looked up to him, not because of his roar, but because of his kindness. Taro had shown that true strength lies in being kind, gentle, and helping others when they need it most.